Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat as my co-host will join throughout the show. Haaland winner as Manchester City defeat Brentford. It was very important that City got a win with Liverpool dropping points and Arsenal winning as well. Of course, yesterday, Chelsea Esteval stoppage time winner as Chelsea won at the bridge against Liverpool. It was now 3 losses on a bounce across all competitions, 2 in a row in the league as well. And you've got Liverpool fans crashing out all in the content creator space, all across social media. Manchester United winning 2-0 as well at home to winning 2-0 at home to Sunderland, and Leeds losing as well, with Spurs winning on the early kickoff, people. But big up to everyone that's joined over from the raid from Saeed TV. Big up to everyone who was already here. Big up to everyone who's watching it back. Make sure you pay the tax when you enter the City of Sarcasm, people. Don't worry, the tax is free that you have to pay. All I need you lot to do is first and foremost hit that like button. Make sure you do that. It's so important. Hit the like button on the video. Again, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. Yes, it's flawless at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes, it's flawless on Twitter and Instagram. So please retweet and like on Twitter/X, share from the Instagram, follow across all the socials. Again, at Yes, it's flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. And just as important as those two things, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Road to 16,000 subscribers. Get your questions in, people. And if you're a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat. And of course, if you're kind enough to super chat, I'll make sure I get to your question as well. So they're the 2 surefire ways to make sure I get to your question, people. Either be a member at any level or super chat as well. Shout out to my guy Warrior J also, man, who's been a mod on here, holding it down for the longest time. Says, flawless, since I can't catch the Yardman show today, I'll say it here first and foremost. I want to say thank you all. It's been an honor to be a mod for this channel. Hopefully I'll see you in June. And PS, whoever takes over, they'll do a good job as well. Hey, blessings to Warrior J, because he's been here as often as me every stream, dropping comments, even before stream starts, lets us know all the transfer information over the transfer season. Before matches, he's got lineups in here. He's got after matches, he's got comments from managers, comments from players. Anytime we needed any information, it was like, yo, Warrior J, have you found this? And they'll pull up with it. So shout out to Warrior J each every time as well. Let's see. Big up Vikran every single time. Tyrell, big up to you. Mohammed, VO, big up as well. Shout out Certified A Solomon. Who else is in there? Big up Fazid as well. Shouts to Yan every single time. Appreciate the compliment, Yan. Big up. Shout out to Ravi as well. Yes, Will. What are you telling me? Sai, Chinlu. Big up to all of you lot. Jay as well. Big up the big up the SB Slayer. My manager's just been sacked. Don't you wish for you lot? Don't you wish the same? Don't wish the same for you lot. I'm Raymond. Who do you support, Jay? But big up to you every single time. Shout out Don C as well. Mohammed, yeah, man, big up. We're gonna hit that 16K. Shout out to my brother Sheik Ibrahim as well. Make sure you lot subscribe to Sheik TV. David as well. Jardel, big up to you. Also, but you lot questions, man. Get your questions in. Like I said, if you remember, I'll start it and make sure I get to it. But anything in regards to the Premier League, people, let us know. But I can't lie. I hope you lot are loving the Liverpool meltdown as much as I am. I'm loving the Liverpool meltdown. It's fantastic because all the chest in the summer, all the arrogance in the summer, all the confidence, and 2 losses in a row when we've seen that deflate is crazy. Vert's out here, 009, Isak not playing to a good level, Salah struggling, Van Dijk getting memed, Kanate being criticized heavily as well. None of the right backs looking good. Oh, it's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? That it is fantastic. Even though I think they'll turn it around, I get it right. It's just great. It's just fantastic to see. And hey, football's a humbler, man. Word to Grizz. Word to Grizz. Football is a humbler, and that's what we're seeing. But to me, it's the lack of belief. Like, yes, you can be critical of the losses. I hear that. But it's the whole, oh, we can't win the league now, or we have all these issues and all this type of stuff. Is like, whoa, like, you have to believe still. You can't go from we're the best team in the league, we're going to win the Premier League, we're going to be there in the Champions League, to, oh, this team's not good enough and we have major issues. Nah, your manager has to do better. And heavy is the head that wears the crown. I've said this consistently. When you are the top team, with the top players, and you add in Isak at a world record fee, and you add in Wirtz at a world record fee, and you have Salah and Gravenberch and Van Dijk and Alisson, and you sign Kirkes and Frimpong. You got McAllister there. Guess what? A lot of criticism is coming your way when you perform poorly and don't get results. Because even though they were performing poorly when it was 5-5, there was none of this crash out. But now with 2 losses, all of a sudden, 2 losses in the Premier League and 3 across all competitions is a different crash out. Like now it's a big crash out, I should say. If you take Van Dijk out of Liverpool's defense, is it top 4 in the league? Kanate, Frimpong, Kirkes, Gomez, Alisson. Is it top 4 in the league? Because you got Arsenal, City's ain't too good, United ain't the best, Chelsea's ain't the best. Yeah, it probably is. It's just about it being managed better. That's what I would say. I think you have to manage. You have to just manage it better. A lot comes down from a tactical standpoint because you still have, despite what people are saying, Kanate is still a good centre back. Kirkes was deemed before this as one of the best left backs in the league at the time. Frimpong was seen as one of the best right backs. Include Alisson as well in the goal because he adds to, and he's the best goalkeeper in the league, to the back 4 as well. But yeah, without Van Dijk, they wouldn't be at the same level, but it should still be performing better. That's what I've said about Liverpool. People can talk all they want about personnel and weaknesses and issues that they have, but you have enough talent there. So therefore, the manager needs them. It's on the manager. When a whole team is underperforming, you look to the manager because it's not like you have a couple. It's 3-4 players out of form. Who is in form for them? Outside TK, who's played well? Who's played well? TK, you can include Van Dijk in that as well, even though he wasn't good yesterday against Chelsea. And big up for Will, big up to you, man. 21 months for being a member. Appreciate it. What are you saying, Jez? You good?
Yeah, man, what you saying, bro?
Oh, bless, man. Oh, bless. You already know. Flawless, do you think they've spent too much money on Caught what? 009 continues. Hopefully it continues. Flawless, you think Lamens, Amarim would start after the international break? No, I don't think it's ever a bad thing of spending too much money. They bought well in the summer. And even though the players have been performing poorly, I stand by that. They haven't bought no bad players. Players don't turn bad in a couple of months. It can't be players of this in August and then half of August and then the month of September. We've only played 1 game in October, and then so literally a month and some change of football, a month and a half, should I say? And all of a sudden, players are dreadful. Nah, I don't think they spent too much. I think the manager tactically is getting it wrong. Don't get mistaken. Individuals need to do better for them as well, but I don't think they're bad players. And I look at Slot. That's where it is. It's on him. 110%. It's on him. True say, Jan, the best team on paper isn't always the most successful. Our treble winners weren't our best team ever team on paper. That's fair enough.
But to be fair though, the one thing I do say is though, but even those teams though, we're still looking a lot better than what the Liverpool team is doing right now, and I think this is this is the bigger issue for me. And like, I feel like we already talked about it yesterday, and I feel like I think it wouldn't be of a big of a concern because we played like a month. Because I think the season started midway through in August, right?
Yeah, it's halfway through August. Yeah, it started.
Yeah, so we played like a month and a bit since the season has started. If this was the case, and then you could make I think a lot of the argument as in new players adjusting to the team is a big turnaround. You lost a couple of players that the new players need to find new roles. I feel like these arguments would be fine, but I think the fact that we're having a conversation that they haven't been playing great since the start of the new year, I think it more points towards the manager than the player for me, because it's the fact that you didn't play well from last season going into this season, and you continue not to play well as a team. It's one thing if individuals play, but I can never ignore the individual. I can never blame the individuals when the team as a whole isn't performing, especially over a long period, as we're talking about 9 months now, including if you want to include this month. That's way too long for not look at the manager for me.
Yeah, and that's it. And to Jardel says, I disagree, flawless. The balance in the team is compromised. They need a left wing, central midfielder, and centre back over one of Wirtz and Isak. These weren't the conversations that were being had at the start of the season, Jardel. No one
Even
was
last
talking
season,
about their balance. That was
even
not it.
last,
Their midfield wasn't an issue. People were saying, yeah, a centre back was needed to add to the side. Yes. But I don't think if you put Guehi in the side, Liverpool are performing better.
exactly.
I don't
And
think they're
even,
Guehi away from performing better. I don't think you have a left winger, let's say quality, would you say quality left winger? They're a quality left winger away from performing better. When a whole team is performing poorly, I'm looking at the manager because there's enough talent there. This was not like, I know they need Wirtz and Isak have improvements on what they had. They're not doing this. No one's telling me that Wirtz is a better 10 than Szoboszlai. I mean, sorry, Szoboszlai is a better 10 than Wirtz.
yeah, the other way around, yeah.
Never. It's R.I.P. Jota. No one's and Nunes who left. Isak's a better striker than them both.
Yes.
This is not what we're talking about here. Yes, a midfielder was needed as left winger, but side here, the thing is, no team is perfect. Give me a team right now in Europe that has zero weaknesses from even their first 11 or squad overall. Across whoever you in the chat, let me know who's the best team now in Europe. Whether you think it's a team in England, whether it's Madrid, Barcelona, PSG have weaknesses.
Oh yeah, look, I talk about how not if Dembele is not healthy, their plan B option as striker doesn't fit the system at all, and how it completely changes how they're playing. But this is then when Enrique, the manager, has made adjustments. He's bringing in youth players who can play through the middle now.
Look at PSG's back. Look at PSG's backup options, Amiri, in that side. Look at their attackers after their front three. Look at their attackers.
Not even that. Like, I think for PSG, if you look, even their starting 11, like as great as they are on the ball, that physicality can get ran through. We saw it against Liverpool.
I kind of disagree, to be honest.
Villa.
I disagree personally.
Hey, to Devils, before you go, Prime, I'm talking about from a squad perspective. What backups are Amiri, who would you take that's a backup in their attack?
I don't even mean backup. I mean their actual, like, their main 11.
No, I'm talking about.
We have an overall.
I know you're talking about squad, but I'm just showing, like, they don't have, like, really physicality in that midfield. Like, I've seen.
I disagree though. I disagree though.
I don't think so. Against Villa in that second leg in the second half, Villa had enough chances to be able to go through. I saw how Chelsea ran through them in midfield. Liverpool, to be fair, played over 2 legs. They still played well against them. And Arsenal, when they played them earlier this time last year in the league phase, they like ran through them as well. I think as great as PSG's midfield is, they lack a physicality.
I think you can't say that, but I think you can't say that though, because you're talking about incidents where there is also a big time gap between all those times. Where if this was a consistent issue in every team, but if this was a consistent issue, I feel like every team could expose that. But not every team.
I'm not saying every. Yes, because not many teams have the quality PSG have. But when you have Chelsea, but when you have, for example, like Villa don't have the quality PSG have in midfield.
Yeah, but but this is my point.
They were able to match them, and they almost went through.
But that's my point, because because this was a 2-legged leg. The other game that didn't happen. The other game PSG was comfortable.
Okay.
So for me, it's like
how about when they played Liverpool?
Liverpool, they destroyed them.
Amiri, you're a Chelsea fan, right?
I think he is a Chelsea fan.
You Chelsea. Would you take any of them 3 at Chelsea? Did you want any of these 3 in the summer?
I mean, considering their backups, 100%, they should go and take them. Considering their backups.
I didn't see no Chelsea fans talking about bring Ramos. So you wanted Mayulu at Chelsea in the summer?
Oh,
you said that.
By the way, you know what's hilarious about that is
you said go bring me. You said go bring me Lee Kangin and Mayulu.
Go Ramos and Mayulu. You know the funny part about
it? Is Mayulu the guy that came off the bench?
Yeah, the youngster.
By the way, I don't know how many starts. He scored 2 goals last season. You said bring me a player who's you tell me bring me an 18-year-old that scored 2 goals in League One last season.
But by the way, this is what I actually want to go to.
So this is the point that I'm making, Amiri. If Liverpool had these backup options, people would say they are not good enough.
But
that's the point. Before you go, just that's the overall point I'm making. If Liverpool's backup options were PSG's backup options, I know the Liverpool fans would say that squad's not good enough. That's the point I'm making. No one looks at Lee Kangin, Mayulu, and Ramos and goes, I want them as the backups. Stop it. Stop it. No, we don't. No one looked at 18-year-old for PSG who scored 2 goals last season and says, "Yeah, bring him in. He's good."
I think the more hilarious part about it is that I don't even think he played. I don't even think he played over 400 minutes last season. He's a youngster.
Probably off the bench.
No. I'm talking.
The overall point is you picked Liverpool to win the league, so therefore the squad's good enough to win the league because you picked Liverpool to win the league. So therefore, the players and the manager need to perform better. I don't know why that's lost. We're not changing it now. Oh, these problems. You picked Liverpool to win the Premier League. So therefore, the squad is good enough.
Now, see, I feel like this was let's actually go back to the actual conversation because I feel like a lot of people, I'm seeing too many different points.
Yeah.
Because the whole conversation first and foremost started with how Liverpool's team, now all of a sudden, everybody's saying it's not good enough, it's not this, it's not that. Team should have been fixed. But let's actually rewind back to the summer. I think this is what everybody listen what we're saying. Listen what we're saying so nobody gets confused. Rewind back to the summer when the season had started. When we did season predictions, I think most of us looked at Liverpool and said they was gonna still win the league despite knowing that I've been screaming about Liverpool needing to buy a left winger. I've been screaming about Liverpool needing a midfielder. But I was still sitting here saying that Liverpool is my favorite to win the league because there is too much quality that they have not only already had, in my opinion, but also the quality that you have added. No, obviously, I didn't predict that the manager was going to just completely play the same way from last season and putting new players in who have completely different styles of plays and expected them something to be new. This is what a lot of you guys seem like don't understand. As flawless has, and this is when, and then people listen, okay, in the chat. This is then when we went to the conversation of teams. Every team, wherever team you think is the best team or a top 5 team in the world, every team has always issues. Even the best teams in history had issues. No one is perfect. No person, no team is perfect. But you get around that. You find ways to work around that because of the fact that you have so much quality in the team to begin with. No, if you were sitting here saying Liverpool have a massive issue, they had 3 bad midfielders despite a good window, then I would hear that. But you cannot say that. You cannot say that two starting centre backs who are Konate and Van Dijk, who we all probably consider in most people's eyes, are at least 2 out of the 5 best centre backs in the world. You could probably argue. Maybe exactly. And we're talking
worst case scenario, they're top 4 between the 2 of them.
It's exactly. Or if you want to say stretch it to 8 people or top 10, they're gonna be in and about the top 10 in the world, top 5 in the league. Midfield, yes, you can argue they needed a midfielder, but I still think when you consider Liverpool's midfield compared to everybody else in the league, there's not many midfields that you take in the league. Or even in the world, when you want to argue, yes, you can talk about Liverpool faults, but I feel like you guys trying to deflect from the real problem by saying your team has so many deficiencies, but in reality, look at the fact that what you do have and the fact of how it's getting utilized. And with the left winger situation, don't get it twisted. I said they should have bought a left winger if they was going to sell Diaz, but he's not playing through the spine. It's not like you had 10 players on. It's not like you had 9 players on the pitch all playing well, on the left winger thinking of the place. Everybody on the pitch is thinking of the place. So you can't say they needed. You can't say that. Oh, we needed a left winger so bad. What? So you're gonna have one player in the attack playing well, and everybody else is gonna think up the place. This is what you guys say. Come on, people. Like that's what I wanted to break it down to make it clear for everybody what the conversation, what you guys and what we say.
And that's where my issue lies. Yes, the team has deficiencies, like Size mentioned, others have mentioned. I hear that. Yes. But if you picked Liverpool to win first, that means your manager and team is not and players are not doing what they're supposed to. The side says here, flawless. Yes, I picked Liverpool to win the league. Slot's now making mistakes. Yes, Slot's now making. So let's criticize Slot because the team's good enough to win the league because you picked it to win the league and I picked it to win the league. And general consensus was Liverpool are winning the league. So now I'm not hearing all of these issues and deficiencies and we need this and we need that. Yes, you can always add to teams, 110%. You can always add, whether it's to the first team, the bench, or both. But perform better. That's it. Where do I rate Liverpool's attack as of right now? Where I rated it beforehand? High. Probably only behind City's. You have Isak, Vert, Salah, Gakpo. That's, again, before the season started, 2-1-1 in regards to best in the league. Salah's regarded as the best right winger in the league.
Don't forget the backup as well.
The best 10 in the league. Isak was regarded as the second best striker in the league. So you have second, first, and first in your front four. No one probably by Manchester City could boast that.
Don't even forget the backup. They got some of the best.
Mamouche, top two, a Cherky, a Foden. No one's putting Doku anywhere high. Go on, fam. Go on.
No, don't even forget the backup. Oh, we talking about
big up, yeah. To side, same place, probably second, probably behind City's. So where I had it beforehand, probably behind City's, and it depends who their front four is.
No, but
you got Haaland, who's just a monster, and he's the big difference maker. But I don't. You don't have a. I don't think. Say that again.
Oh no, you're talking about Isak and Haaland, striker.
Yeah. Haaland, he's the huge difference maker in that. But outside of that, you can match them elsewhere. Whether it's Cherky, Foden, Mamouche, Dogu, Doku. I can't think of another attacker they have.
I think you're talking about Savinho. I think you're thinking about Savinho.
Yeah, Savinho's another one as well. So yeah, I'll probably put it second. Put it this way: it's close side.
It's not like a big. It's not a big gap. Like I feel like it's like it's City.
No, I don't think no side. I don't think Arsenal's is better.
Exactly like it's Liverpool.
No,
it's Liverpool City or City Liverpool, depending how you see it, and then there's like a gap. There's a gap, and then you go properly.
Because they know what's crazy side about Arsenal. They need a left winger also. They also need a left winger.
They need backups as well.
Their left wing options are as bad as yours.
They need backups as well. Striker backup, right wing options.
Like, I don't know what that is. Madueke over there too. Like, what are we doing out here? No. Because if I said at the start of the season Eze was better than Wirtz, you lot would have slaughtered me. If I said Saka was better than Salah, you lot would have slaughtered me. If I would have said Gyökeres is better than Isak, you lot would have slaughtered me. But now, because of 3 losses, now it all switches up. So no, Arsenal's isn't better. Rice and Zubimendi were regarded as overrated. If I would have said Rice and Zubimendi are better than Gravenberch and McAllister before the start of the season, you lot would have slaughtered me. This is not what we're doing right here.
I think that's the problem, though, because I think when it was the window was open, and I was hearing from Liverpool fans, if we get Isak, it's over for everyone. That's what they were saying. So now it's turned around, and now it's like, oh, he needs to settle in. But you knew he needed to settle in before you bought him, because that's what happens when you bring in a new player. So, like, a lot of City fans ruled City out before the start of the season because they were saying, we've got new players, we don't know how they're going to perform. X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean? And I think even with, like, I've said this the other day, like with Reinders, like you can see what he's trying to do, but it's just not working yet. So you have to give these players time. And I have no doubt that Wirtz and Isak are gonna shine for Liverpool. But the thing is, people weren't saying, like you're saying, they weren't saying, oh, Liverpool might challenge. They were saying, we've won the league. And the thing is, when you win the league, and this is why it's hard to retain the title, when City won 4 in a row, and people started to say, we're going to win the next 4, we're going to win the next 5. There's a reason why it's so difficult to do. And it's because once you win the league, you become everyone's cup final. I saw a Liverpool fan tweet the other day, we're everyone's cup final. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when you're champions. Everyone wants to go and beat the champions. So it's harder to retain it. Whether they do it or not, I actually think at the moment, I don't think it's changed from the start of the season. I don't think anyone is necessarily more likely than the other two to win it. People are saying Arsenal, But I think Arsenal traditionally at this time of year shine like they do. November, that's their month. They're always brilliant at that time of the year. Where Arsenal tend to struggle is towards the end of the season when the pressure's on and the league title is, within reach. That's where they tend to struggle. Whether they get over the line or not, maybe they do. But I'm not looking at Arsenal now to see whether they're going to win the league. It won't tell me anything now. I expect them to win. I expect them to pick up points. City, we tend to do better after Christmas. So up until Christmas, I'm not looking at City too much. As long as we're racking up points, not really looking at our performances too much. And for Liverpool are a little bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes they start really well. Sometimes they end the season well. So I don't think at this point you can look at any team and say, I wouldn't put any money on Liverpool, Arsenal, or City right now. I think it's an open race, and it will be, I think, for quite a bit of this season. So we'll see. Maybe we drop off, maybe Arsenal drop off, maybe Liverpool drop off. But I think for now, I don't think much has changed, personally.
Yeah, this is why I'm just to Fred, who says it's about team chemistry, not price tags or previous accomplishments. Yes, but we expect the team chemistry to be better.
That was the
expectation. Like, that's the point that I'm making. It's not, you don't get time with adding to a title winning side with all that talent and then breaking the world record feat twice. Because if Liverpool were when Liverpool were flying, let's not even do that. Yes, there was talks about their performance, but there wasn't this crash out when they were 5-5. It was like, look where we are now with 5-5. Like, nah, like, nope. It's not. I said this is more so slot. Go on, Jess. Go on.
But you know the maddest thing about it is that even when they went 5-5, the running sides were all there. This is no different.
Oh yeah. They weren't playing well.
Which is funny because local fans weren't crashing. Obviously, because you're winning, and this is what I always talk about Tottenham fans when I say, yeah, we're winning, yeah, we're not losing. We're not losing. We sometimes fight back and getting these results, but once we start losing, or once we get a really bad result, all of the sudden you guys are gonna start talking about it. When in reality, you guys could have just had that conversation way earlier. Because I feel like a lot of things could have been prevented if you just were true to yourself and tried to have this real conversation. I can excuse that early on in the season because you may have thought, okay, the manager might change things up. But the fact that we are 11 games in, if you conclude all comps, I think, for them, and nothing has changed since last season is crazy. And for anybody to say that it's the players' fault and that they haven't bought a certain amount of players is crazy to me as well.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I fully look at that in regards to it. Like, it's more so on that side. I see what you were saying, because you were saying, yeah, like, bad. You asked me about, is it you asking right now, like, is it bad? And I was like, no, I don't think it is. Again, it should be performing better. Hence why there's crash outs from Liverpool fans, and hence why rivals are running bants and running jokes. I even ran bants or ran jokes about it. I'm just like, just to see the flip, just to see the 180. That's what that is, just to see the excuses roll out about team chemistry and settling in, and why Wirtz has gone 009. It's like, nah, nope.
I think, you know what? I think if they'd have just bought Wirtz and said, like, this is a really good young player, can't wait for him to join, I think it would be different. But people were saying when he joins, he's automatically top 5 players in the league. All of these things. And what that's done is added extra pressure to Wirtz. Because Wirtz probably, if he'd have signed for like Man City, probably would have come in. City fans, some of them would have overhyped him for sure, but we wouldn't be saying top 5 in the league, that's for certain. Do you know what I mean? And I think he would have been under a little bit less pressure. So I think that's added pressure to him. I think he'll be fine. He'll come good. He's a good player. I don't think anyone is doubting that. But I think the fact that he hasn't hit the ground running when people were saying he's going to be top 5 automatically, that's always going to get a bigger backlash than if they kind of just said, because even Isak to an extent is not getting the heat that Wirtz is getting. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's because, one, people know what Isak can do in the league, so it's a little bit different.
And played less as well.
Two, he is getting the odd assist as well, which is helping him. Do you know what I mean? But I think, I don't know, I think like he's not getting the same kind of heat as Wirtz, and I think it's probably because of the way Wirtz was discussed before he came in. And I just think it's putting pressure on him.
You got to forget that. Let Isak go 009.
Oh yeah, this will be. You will
God,
see.
I know he scored against
Well,
Southampton.
he's
but I'm
already
saying,
got
like,
an assist, so
yeah,
we
but I'm
can't
saying from
go
now,
with
like,
him.
let's say he doesn't score in
God,
assist
in the next 9
games.
games, yeah.
Like, you already scratch that. The next 5 games, you already know what the conversation is going to be.
Oh God,
and we all know Vert's talented as well. So like that's where it also stems from. Vert's is super talented, as is Usak. The thing is, we don't hear that for Ekatike. Ekatike's hit the ground running.
Yeah. Well, some players do. Some players do, and others don't. You know, I think, and that's why my dad actually said before the season started, we actually no, before the Spurs game it was, we saw you know, Miles Addy that does interviews. He was interviewing.
Miles. Miles.
He was interviewing us, and my dad actually said before the interview, because he didn't interview with Miles, but my dad was saying Liverpool won't win the league, and he said, "Oh, how come?" And my dad said, "Because they've got too many new players to integrate." That's what he said before this all. You know, Liverpool were winning at this time every game, but I think it is, people underestimate how difficult it is, and you're seeing, like, even at City, we're trying to integrate quite a few players at the beginning, and it was difficult. It's probably worked out better for us now in a way that some of them have got injured, because Pep's then not had to integrate as many players in at once. But it takes time. Some players, and somebody did say in the comments before, it's about rhythm as well. Like, Foden knows where Haaland's going to be. Reinders doesn't yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they're putting the passes to each other, they know where they're going to be. It takes a while to learn that. And obviously some players are just lucky and they just get it straight away. But a lot of players, it takes time to learn where players are going to be, what ball to pass, you know, where that, you know, like, you look at Rodri and De Bruyne, they didn't even have to look up. They know where players are. So I think that takes a bit of time as well. And I think none of me says, like, because Liverpool fans are being very dramatic, like, now, like, we've got no chance of winning the league. Like, you do, like, these players could click by Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And it could be
crazy.
Sorry, that's just funny to me, that, you know, because I've seen
it's
that.
crazy. It's gone from one extreme to the other.
No, Jan. Do you know why they're saying that though? They're trying to go back to the underdog.
Oh God, yeah.
So if they do end up winning the league, which
but you know what, bro? I don't even want to give them. I don't even want to give them that, bro.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not saying that you do have to give them. I'm just telling you what they're doing, because they did that last season as well. Because apart from me, most people were saying about a month or two into the season that City are falling off and they won't catch back. And yet Liverpool fans still wanted to do the whole, oh well, we don't know, we're not favorites, City are favorites, it's Arsenal. Liverpool fans are doing the same thing now because of 3 games.
Yeah, they're saying it's Arsenal. They're putting all the pressure on us.
Yeah, and Arsenal fans are Arsenal fans. They're stupid enough to take the bait. So
yeah, that's true.
I'll be real. Just like yes, there's imbalance in the squad, but like, figure it out. It's not.
And that's
and you you're challenging Arteta. So if you keep pace with Arsenal, eventually Arteta will crumble. So it's not really about like having to be perfect right now. I just keep pace. Same by the way.
The thing is, you're not
the same thing. Yeah, the same thing applies to City. Yeah. Just keep pace, and eventually.
Oh God, yeah. As long as we're up there, like, even if we'd have lost today, we'd still be 6 points off. It's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? It's not that deep. But I do think with the league as well, like, Liverpool aren't playing the Man Cities and Arsenals every week either. So even if their team hasn't gelled yet, they should still be able to beat quite a lot of teams in the league. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's, as long as they stay up there with City and Arsenal, maybe if they drop off 10, 15 points, then you can have that discussion. But
the meltdown
I've seen teams be 8 points off with, what was it, 6 games to go, and won the league. So yeah, it's one of them things. I don't think people are very reactionary.
Also for Liverpool, they've played their hardest fixtures. So
they've got
all the tough ones out of the way for the most part.
But But part of me, which might sound weird. It might sound weird, but this might actually not necessarily be a good thing, because most teams who, because as you said, because they went through most of the hard fixtures, most of the teams will be sitting back against them. Most of them will come up with a plan where, you know what, you can have the ball. We're comfortable trying to be there, be compact, be a unit. And since we, as of right now, see Liverpool don't seem to have any sort of plan to get through games, bar having individual quality, how do we break down the team? We saw them literally needing create a penalty call against Burnley at the last minute to try to go and get 3 points. I think you can make an argument saying that Crystal Palace is also a type of game where I look at. Crystal Palace is also another team that I look at it and say, like, I use these two as an example.
Big up Ryan.
Big up Ryan.
Before you go, and to Andy, go on, Jess, carry on.
No, go to the Andy point before I continue.
All right, well, yeah, I just wanted to get to it because Andy's saying here, many people have said, like, oh crap, where is it? Well, you said, 1 second, Andy, what did you say? Let me pull up. You lot run up the likes as well, actually. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Go over 200 of you lot in the building. Don't know how many likes we're on, but it's not enough. Get us up to triple digits. The recruitment team have chosen Verts, but the system needs Shabazz. So what does the coach do? Change the system to get the most out of Verts, because you knew Verts was on the way in. You knew that Verts is not Shabazz. So when you have a profile for that much, then change your system or adapt change your system, adapt it to get the most out of Verts. That's what it is.
That's the problem, though, because when you have a player that costs that much money, I think if he came in for 20 mil,
don't even give him an out. That's the problem, though. The reason why that's a problem is
but I just say if he was 20 mil, I think he would have just dropped him.
Yeah, it's because it's slot. You can't tell me having Verts and Isak is a problem. I'm sorry. No. That's rich nigga problems. I'm sorry. It's not an issue. That's not. I'm sorry. That's not an issue. I have to somehow have to figure out.
That's a blessing for most people.
Salah and Verts and Gravenberch and McAllister and Van Dijk and Frimpong and Kirkens. What?
That's a blessing for most people right there. Like, look at the options I have to deal with, and we sometimes make it somehow work. Shit, like we are suffering. Like if they think they're suffering, they don't know suffering. It's like, you know, when Eunice and Omar came to the Q&A midway through the midweek, and they were talking about, and Eunice was crashing out because he can't believe his team was sitting back. It's like,
I couldn't believe he didn't have the ball. I was like, how do you do this every week? I can't believe my team didn't have the ball.
It's crazy, bro. It's madness. I get to my point, but I have to take this phone call real quick. But I come back to my point real quick.
Yeah, do your no stress, man. Do your thing. Tell the babes to say hello. But yeah, hey, don't see big up, man. Member of the channel for 17 months as well, man. 2 months in, the Liverpool fans are complaining where's all the chest gun. That's the craziest part again. Like I said, man, it's not even Jan saying, even though Jan's right when she says that's the problem in regards to the player being that much and fitting him in the side. If he was a scrub, I'd hear it. If you sign 100 million and it's some awful 10, it's like, no, Verts is extra, despite him going 009, despite him looking awful. He's an extremely talented player. Let's not act like Verts is just all of a sudden. But so you have to, and Isak has been one of the best strikers in the league for the longest, one of the best strikers in Europe for the longest. Or how do I fit these in my attack? Adding Mo Salah, who's been the best right winger for however many other years. You've got Gravenberch, who's one of the best central midfielders. Van Dijk and Konate, not only individually are they two of the best centre-backs, as a partnership have been one of the best centre-backs. And you have the best goalkeeper. And you got Kirkes, who was a top left-back last season. Frimpong, who's a talented right-back. Nah, figure this out. You get paid too much money, Slot. You knew this. It weren't like it was new. It's not like, you didn't know you was going to have these players. No, this was well thought out. You got chased Isak for a long, long time. Now, all of a sudden,
don't forget there was a time, but and obviously big up to G as well, Liverpool fan. I watched this trend video, and obviously he was obviously I think in that video, or was maybe either one of those two. They were saying how Liverpool was giving Verts a presentation about how he told him this and that, how I'm gonna use you. Same thing for Frimpong, and obviously Isak was literally chased on to the last day of the window. So you did all the hard work, and you would imagine that all the hard work, the manager would have been involved in conversations, would have been had about how you get used. But I'm struggling to believe that they had those conversations in the summer, and this is what they thought this was going to look like in terms of okay, this is what we want. Because for me, Even if they would have gone some of these games, even all of those 3 games that they just lost, would have drawn one, win one, and maybe lose one. I'm looking at it and say, you still look bad. You were looking bad when you were winning games. So Slot just has to go and figure it out. And this which actually leads to my question, because I actually wrote it even down so I don't forget it. Noah and Prime were talking about how we look at Slot and say that he has to go and change it. But this is something similar that I was asking to yesterday. How can we trust Slot to go and change it, or that he can change it? Because as I mentioned it before, when it comes to managerial career, it's the same as Arteta down there, as you said, 2019 till now. This is when he actually been coached for first team football. He's in manager terms, they're super young.
Yeah,
how can we trust? How can let me finish. Let me land it. I don't want to lose my train of thought.
Yeah, go on, do it.
But for me, I've been following Slot at least since his last year of ASAP or final in Liverpool. I have never seen him in a situation like this before because he never needed to be in this type of situation. Because one thing I did see him do is rebuilding certain teams, having to use youth players and trying to build teams up and then be dominant at final. Same with Asa, having to rebuild it using the youth team, not really a lot of funds, and then go on to become one of the better teams in the league before he switched over to final and doing the same thing. I have never seen a situation where his tactics wasn't working, having to adjust midway through the system and midway through the season, and then a massive tournament has happened. So how can I trust him? No, much more other than pressure and Liverpool, more spotlight on you. Like you was getting criticized when you were winning games. And final, people will probably praise you for that. At Liverpool, people will still criticize. Players still getting criticized even during wins because they're not performing of people's expectations, whatever is rivals with Liverpool. So for me, I'm looking at it from that perspective to say, why is it that we all expect him that he can change it? Why can't I'm coming from the side? Can we actually trust that he can actually change it? I'm 100% sure because there's no evidence to show that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, Jez? We get to find out. We get to what you see that question you asked, which is a good question. We get to find this out in the next 3-4 months.
But Jez, all of that you said, that's all well and good. So what happens now then?
Is that no? He has to what?
No. I mean you, because you have information we don't. So what do you think happens with Liverpool and with
but this is what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. I was saying that yesterday, or even when Flores asked me the question when he asked me, if I truly believe he will turn around, because most people believe he will turn around. And Flores asked me if I believe it, and I said I don't know because
if you don't trust him to, what happens with the league?
I think this is what this is what I said yesterday before you joined the Q&A. I believe that what I believe is that there will be there and thereabouts, similar to what Real Madrid lost last season. There were only, I think, 6 points, something around that amount of points of Barcelona, but they just played throughout the whole season terribly. But they get through like that just because they have enough quality. I think something similar will happen with Liverpool. I think it will be, as of right now, I believe it will just be a top 4 season with them staying close to whoever is going to be on top or second.
It's going to be interesting. And to Andy, who says, I think we should have signed a top right back because Bradley was never ready. Is Frimpong not a top right back?
Well, he was considered one of the best right backs.
And this is the point I'm talking about. Frimpong was deemed one of the best right backs in Europe.
You know what the biggest issue is? Because Frimpong, and this is, I always say this, we talk about chemistry, and I say it all the time, football is about balance. How Trent was playing last season with Salah is completely different to how Frimpong is playing with Salah this season. And it's not throws off, it doesn't only throws off Salah, but it throws off the midfielder who's also playing on the right-hand side. It also throws off Konate, who's playing on the right-hand side. When you make a tactical switch in your system, you have to make sure that there's still a balance in it. Slot, in my opinion, he thought, let me just bring this player because he's quality. I have players who are quality and they're just going to figure it out by itself. No, football is not like that. You have to find a balance. He did the FIFA thing where he said, nah, 99 overall there, 98 overall there, 95, 94, 97, 99 in goal, 99 centre back. This way, you saw those options are fuck it, put into the fucking team. Did not realizing there's no balance.
Bro,
No,
even on
man.
FIFA, I don't think you can do all of that. You still need a bit of balance on FIFA. But...
Oh, that
exactly,
team
you
cooks
do.
on FIFA. That team cooks on that team on FIFA cook.
Because you control it with the controller. Even though I agree with you, Brian, you still need a bit balance because how FIFA is now with Ultimate Team and the roles these days. But you get the point though. You get the point of like what I'm saying. So, and this is what I say. I don't like this cop out now where we're saying we miss Luis Diaz, we miss Nunes, or we needed more players. No, because most of you Liverpool fans, if you would have seen somebody say, if I would have said in the summer, Liverpool do not win the league, you guys would have gone crazy on me.
Yeah. I said that the other
where
day.
I'm like, it's great. Yes, I'm gonna be over the top because it's Liverpool and it's fuck them for life. However, the point is I'm making is I ain't hearing about bedding in and balance and all these things. Yes, they do have, because I agree with that. Yes, they do have deficiencies. Yes, they need certain things. I'm not disputing that. However, these were not problems that were spoken about before a ball was kicked. The word to month, it's all fun and games till a ball gets kicked.
But even the other day, Flawless, I was in a space on Twitter, and it was before Liverpool lost the first game, so they were unbeaten at that time. And I said basically that I thought City'd be up there, and they were laughing me out the space, saying Liverpool's, it's theirs, they're gonna be clear of City, blah 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 blah. You lost to Brighton, you lost. And I was thinking, but like, I'm not saying that I wasn't actually saying we're gonna win it. I said like we've got a chance to win it because I do believe that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like there's absolutely no chance that you could be anywhere near. And it's like we've seen this so many times in the league where there's a team who are favourites on paper, like us last season. It was us and Arsenal. No one was saying Liverpool were going to win it because they had a new manager. Klopp had just left. A lot of their fans were saying we've got gaps here and there. We're not going to win the league. That's what their own fans were saying. And then Arsenal fans obviously were saying they're going to win it, which is fair enough. And then it got to the season, City fell off, obviously. And then it was like Liverpool versus Arsenal, and then Liverpool ended up winning it. So I'm not saying like, that's why I say now you can't rule anyone out in October, because this time last year City were top of the league. And how did that season go for us? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's way too early, but at the same time, like you're saying, this was not the narrative going into the season that they were going to struggle. It was, we're going to wipe the floor with everyone. People were saying, who's beating Liverpool? That's what people were saying.
You know what's crazy?
Who's going to beat us? No one's going to beat us.
And the thing is, rightfully so. I was in agreement of it. I was like, oh shit. I was saying, hey, fuck Newcastle. They give them the final Infinity Stone. What's wrong with you lot? And rightfully so, because it works again. Talent-wise, of course, it doesn't translate, and you need to find balance. But that's why. How much is Slot
on paper?
How much is he paid a week? You are paid very, very well to figure this out. And like I said before, I'll say it again, rich nigga problems. This is which private jet am I going to take to the shop? Like, this is the issue we have. Do I take the jet? Do I take the car? Do I take the motorcycle? Like, that's what this is. Oh, tell me you have Isak and Wirtz, and it's a problem. Isak and Wirtz, you know. And we're saying
but here's the thing. This isn't rich nigga problems, though. This is, I just run the lottery and I don't know how to spend my money properly. You just won the lottery. You just won the lot. No, because you just won the lottery, and the first thing you did, you went to the hottest club in London and you just spent like 1,000 racks, which is all well and good. That's great. You can hold on.
Yeah,
that's great. You can buy your mom a house. You can get a Lambo. You can do all these great things. That's all well and good. It's awesome. But now you have to deal with friends and family you don't know from nowhere asking you for money. Now you have the expectation to provide for everyone. So do it. You've got the money, because when Chelsea spend all this big money, we have the price tag. We spend £1 billion for bottle jobs, and that's fine because everyone laughs at Chelsea. You spent the money now. Now there's a little bit of expectation and all of a sudden the Wirtz slander is we're tired of it. I'm tired of the Caicedo slander. I'm tired of Rice slander. Actually, no, I'm not tired of Rice slander, but I'm tired of having to slander every guy for 100 mil. The one thing I'll say is this before CP goes. Don't let your 300 million plus pound players not win a trophy this year, because everyone else, barring Declan Rice, who's gone for over 100 mil into this league, has won a trophy. Make sure you guys at least win. Don't be in the same bracket with Declan Rice at Arsenal.
Yeah, I hear it. Just me. And to Andy, before you go, CP, Jesuit had his top right back. I mean, Dumfries, but he's 27-year-old. Frimpong has barely played on the slot, but he was still deemed the top right back, though.
But and also, people who rates Dumfries?
I like Dumfries.
I'm not a fan of Dumfries. I don't rate him. I'm not going to.
He's not.
I think it's a good. I think he's a good engine and all that, but I personally don't really rate him like that personally at all. If I'm being real,
to be fair, Ryan's been in my DMs for like a year now, telling me Frimpong's shit and he can't defend. That's what he was telling me when City was
broken clock is right twice a day, though. Broken clock is right twice a day.
You know what that means? Frimpong for Ballon d'Or. Sorry, go on, Jez.
We can't talk about Frimpong being bad and all of a sudden you want Dumfries. I think Dumfries can play in a back four in the Prem. Okay.
There's so much discussion that we can have about Frimpong that I had even previously. But my main point, the reason why I wanted to go to the comment is that who is the top right back that you guys could have gone in the window and then signed them, in you guys' opinion? Because I'm looking and that's me personally. I think
that's why we don't have one.
I think Frimpong is probably the best available option that you could have gone for. It's just the way you use them is completely for me. I mean, talking about guys who are available, like for them, guys who I look at them and say, and I feel like instead of having a Frimpong undercutting, which takes away from one of his best abilities, which is to take the outside from deep areas, carrying the ball or running into space from overlapping.
Yes, they bought two touchline fullbacks and they're having them both invert. And Salah on the flank.
I tweeted this literally, I think 2 weeks ago. Every manager thinks if they invert the fullbacks, they become geniuses. It's a disease. It's a disease. Like every manager thinks.
It's like people putting on glasses and they think, "Yeah, I'm smart." I hear it.
Exactly. I find it so ridiculous.
Wait, was that a dig at someone?
Yeah, his name is Ryan. His name is Ryan.
No, the funny part because
Ryan knows he's dumb regardless. Sorry, go on, Jez.
Ryan wears glasses. Ryan wears glasses.
But this is what I'm talking about. And I would have also imagined that Slot would have had why do we act like when we recruit players for football clubs, managers do not have a saying in this? For most managers, at least most football clubs, I know there's certain football clubs where it's just the football club recruiting for the manager, and the manager just has to be out there and coaching. Like people say this is what's apparently not apparently. I don't know. Chelsea fans will know better, for example, but with Maresca. But with Slot specifically,
Maresca just has to deal with Chalobah at the Allianz Arena, bro. You can't get another centre back. You have to deal with Chalobah.
That's hilarious, but yes, hold up. But
yeah, exactly.
But with Slot, it's both reported that he had conversations with these players that he recruited. Kirkers, Frimpong.
Frimpong, was he not a wing back? Was he not a wing back at Leverkusen? He wasn't a right wing. He was a wing back.
Remember, that's why I was saying in the summer.
That's why, fellas, I said they are back three.
A back three in the summer, because I thought if you're gonna bring two guys in, I think Frimpong is a bit more defensively better. Not Frimpong, sorry, Kirk is a bit more defensively forward. But I know Kirk is also another fullback who loves getting forward, putting in crosses in. So this is what I thought. This is what they're gonna do. But I was completely wrong.
Frimpong's a product of Man City's academy, which says it all. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, maybe you should get.
I say Frimpong's an agent then.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah,
that
yeah.
City play very attacking football, so he's always going to be better going forward than he is defensively.
Backwards, yeah. Nah,
He actually fits what you lot, and especially with his pace as well, and what you lot like. He actually fits what you lot going on over there. Sorry, go on, CP.
Yeah, so like I have first, I
Yeah,
want
I
to do
like
my,
CP,
I want to do my agenda thing first, and then I'll do proper football analysis. So,
Also, by the way, big up CP. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. Sorry, man.
CP, I'll be real. CP. It's Liverpool. We've had enough of the analysis. Let's do agendas, bro.
Yeah. Okay. That's good then.
Don't care.
You know, see, this is so Bayesian Pops, whoever is going to come and tell us about how they won back to back in the 80s. Thank you for the dinosaur times. Yes, we care about the dinosaurs. We read about the dinosaurs as part of the human history. But welcome to the 21st century. We talked about this with the transfers too. So these men have never done back to back, and they act like they can do it. Second of all, they're what we call front runners. Because when they won the league in 2020, what were they? Front runners. No pressure because they were so far ahead that no one was going to chase them. Because every time they've been facing Man City and they're close to winning the title, they bottle it. Last season, once again, was what? Front running. You think they're going to deal with this pressure of having Man City and Arsenal around them? No, they're going to.
You think they crumble because of it, CP?
Yes, they can handle pressure. They like to front run. I'm sorry, their only Champions League win was when? Because they were front running because it's Spurs. When it's Real Madrid, when it's an actual challenge, what do? They crumble. Even though they're the better team, even though they have more shots. No? When they won against Chelsea, when we had Potter, what was it again? Front running.
Poch, yeah.
Right? No, I'm talking even Potter and Poch, both. It was front running. Okay? And then we can talk about, you know what I love the most? There was a certain German that was very much rated by Real Madrid and so forth, similar to Wirtz. Played the cam position. Also was from Leverkusen, came from their academy actually.
Wait, are you talking about silky German?
Wait. Let me. A certain German Bergkamp, if you may. You know, a silky German, if I may say, right? A silky German joined for a record fee at the time, almost of 70 million. Coming from German football, because I was, I think, the highest price that had come from Germany at the point for the EPL. Had lots of expectations, and what did he do? Crumble. We got Mr. Two-time German League Player of the Year doing what? Nothing. Why am I getting the same productivity from him and Buonanotte? We just loaned him from Brighton. Why is he giving me the same productivity as a Brighton product that they want on loan for us to develop? And also, and you know how we talk about Arsenal slander, how Arteta won with Emery squad. So can we now say that Slot won with Klopp squad? Because they only signed one player last season, by the way. So that was Klopp squad. No, it was fully Klopp squad. It was fully integrated with Klopp. No, now he has his players, the players that he wanted, the Verts, the Isaacs, the Ekitikes, the Fringpongs, the Kirkas. No. So now it's Klopp squad. So now no, because Liverpool fans, we all, not even Liverpool fans, all of us joke with Arsenal. Is that not it? Because it's Arteta was Emery squad. So why can't we say the same then? Because it literally was Klopp squad. And the funny thing is, one sec, sorry, Prime. You know when you have attacking fallbacks, you know what Klopp decided to do? Invest some money in his midfield and got a guy in Fabinho who used to play right back in Monaco and could play center back and CDM. And then he had Henderson as cover. These men decided to have no DM once again while spending the GDP of a small nation in Asia for the attack, but decided once again not to invest in the midfield, even though they were crying out for a midfielder last season. Hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna buy more attacking players and invest zero on the midfield, and just get overrun. What's the point of the midfield, right, guys? It's not like you guys had Xavi Alonso and Gerrard and Fabinho and all these man. But no, we're not gonna invest anything on the midfield. So, and you're doing this. And
you know what I would say with that though? I think obviously I agree in terms of they needed a proper DM. Like I know Gravenberch has been playing there, but like they need someone, because if Gravenberch gets injured, it's back to square one anyway. But I do think with Ekitike, I don't think they thought they could get Isak, so that's why they bought Ekitike. I think if they knew they were getting Isak, I don't think they'd buy him. And also, if City weren't going for Wirtz, I don't think they buy Wirtz. So I feel like it's more like a reaction to what's going on
Are you
around
saying
them,
they
rather
copied? You
than
saying they
they went
copying
out and
homework?
scouted him for years and years and years. Like, I'm not saying they don't want Wirtz. They would want Wirtz, but I don't think he would have been necessarily the priority
You're saying
if it hadn't have been a case of, if we don't get him, he's going there. If that makes sense, because that happens quite a few times in the league where people sign players and you think, oh, you didn't really need them, but it's a case of, we'll get them now so another team doesn't.
But,
if that makes sense.
no, that makes sense. So
go on, CP.
sorry.
Last point on it. Go on.
Yeah, sure. So if you know what, Jan, if we go with that point, then we got to criticize the head of sporting. Remember the ex-sporting director that everyone wanted, and he's come back, and that's the reason why they're doing so well. I thought he was a mastermind. He was the genius who got Fabinho and everyone in the first time. So you're telling me now that he's being reactionary. So they spent 250 million on being reactionary. That's amazing.
No, I think, and I think they did want the players, but I do think there's like a little aspect of that. Like, obviously Isak, they've been talking about Isak for years, so that was a planned move. Obviously, I think they probably thought they couldn't get him, and that's why it's kind of Newcastle's fault, because Newcastle kind of made out like they weren't going to sell Isak. So then they went for Ekitike, and then it was like Isak wanted to leave. So I don't think they expected to get both of them. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I think they'll be fine. Like, there's a lot going wrong at the moment, but I think they'll be fine. I do think, like most teams, because I was in a City space before, and you'd think they'd be happy because we won, but they were not happy. And they're talking about how if Haaland gets injured, it's the end. And I'm like, the thing is, it's very difficult to get a player who is close to a top player. And I say this all the time. So if you've got like a Rodri is, for me, the best DM, right? So you need to get someone in that when Rodri comes off, the team still look almost the same, right? So you need to get a top quality backup to Rodri. But
like
anyone who is close to Rodri is not going to want to sit on the bench. They're not going to want to sit on the bench when Rodri plays. So you have to get a player who is good enough to bridge the gap, but not good enough that they would start for any other team in the world, because if they'd start for any other team in the world, they will not stay. And I think this is the problem that a lot of clubs are having at the moment, where you get a player who's absolutely brilliant, like a Van Dijk for Liverpool or Haaland for us, whatever, and you've got these players, and you need to get players that are going to come in that can do a job if they get injured or if they're not playing for whatever reason. But then you also need to keep that player happy enough that they'll stay. You know, we've lost Alvarez for that reason, because he's too good to sit on the bench. He's way too good to sit on the bench. But then he's probably the closest we can have to Haaland. So it's difficult. Like, and I think a lot of clubs are suffering, and youth players used to like sitting on the bench and just be grateful to be part of the squad. They don't do that anymore. They know their worth and they want to leave. And you know, we got slated for Cole Palmer for years, but Cole Palmer is too good to sit on the bench, but not good enough at the time to start for City. So it's you're kind of in a bit of, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment. And I think teams kind of just have to get around these issues as much as they can. So I think Liverpool will be fine. I do think they'll be in a title race. Whether they win it or not, I don't know, because retaining it is difficult. But I think, yeah, I don't see, even with their poor performances, I just think they're not playing, like, they've lost to Palace. Palace are a good team. Like, Palace are not easy at the best of times. And they've lost to Chelsea. And Chelsea on their day can beat any of the top clubs. So I do think it's a little bit of a meltdown. And I get it. I get it from how they're playing. But I do think if they go and beat Man United now, like we were 8 points behind Liverpool 2 weeks ago, and now it's like 1 point behind. So
sure, that's fair.
These
hey,
things
Jan,
change around.
That being said, because we are going to close out shortly.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on your win today? I don't know if you watched it or not, but thoughts on the win,
What,
importance
City?
of it. Is that true? Yeah, City game. Yeah, you lot won at Brentford.
First half was very, very, very dominant. One of the most dominant performances from us I've seen in a while.
Carry on, back in a sec.
It should have been more than 1-0, but we weren't really Foden had a chance or two, didn't put it away. Reinders had a couple, didn't put them away. But yeah, very dominant. Brentford weren't really in the game at all. Second half was probably the complete opposite. I felt like we were under the cosh a little bit. Brentford played well. City were okay. I don't think we were brilliant. We were okay. But to be fair, that game 6 months ago, or even a year ago, we don't win that game. So the fact that we saw out a 1-0 is improvement from my point of view, because, you know, Donnarumma helps. You know, he's a lot different to Edison in like the chances that we concede. Like, I feel like a lot of the goals that he's made the saves for, Edison would let in. So yeah, I feel more comfortable with him at the back. Defensively, the defense were okay today. I don't think they were terrible. I think midfield was okay. When Rodri went off, obviously it's not as good. Going forward, I don't think Savinho wasn't doing enough. I don't think the attack were doing enough, really. Haaland was brilliant. Haaland was all over. But yeah, I don't know. I think City are slowly and surely dealing with issues that we had last season, and it will take us a while. I don't see City putting in typical brilliant City performances until probably December, January. But we just need to, at this point in the season, we just need to stack points and see where we are in Jan, and then, you know, we'll look at a title race around February, March, and if we're there, then we can look at us winning it. But yeah, it's early days. I think people are too reactionary in both directions. When they win, it's like, oh, we've won the league, we've won the Champions League, and then when they lose, it's like, oh, we're not winning anything. I just think it's too early for that at the moment. But yeah, I don't know what your guys' views are.
I'll let you go, bro.
How long do you think Pep will be here for? Pep, because he signed a deal last year. He signed a new deal last year, right?
Yeah. So what Pep does is he waits till it gets to like near the end of the deal, and then he extends. I don't think I always said he'd do 10 years, which obviously when he was like 4 years in looked crazy. But now he's literally at 10 years if he stays till the end of his contract. But then he makes comments like today, like they said, oh, you're the quickest manager to 250 wins. So he said, here's the 250 more. So he's a bit of a troll. I don't think we'll really know when Pep's going to leave. I have my theory on it. My dad thinks the same. I think if Pep wins the Champions League, that will be his bow out. I think he'll say, here you go, guys. Have your Champions League, I'm gone. So yeah, I don't, if he wins the league, I don't think he leaves yet. But if he wins the Champions League, for sure, I think that'll be his cue to leave. So we'll have to see. If not, if he doesn't win the Champions League, obviously, I think he'll do maybe one more year, maybe at the end of, because I think it runs out next year. So yeah, he might just stay till the end. But with Pep, he's always said like he will wait and see when it gets to it. So I don't know. He definitely, because people were saying he was going to leave last season, and Pep's not the type to leave when it's not going well. Yeah. So I think he would want us back in a sort of competitive sort of stage. So if we finish second this year and he's at the end of his contract, then he might say, you know what, bye. But he wouldn't leave us like on a season like last season where it was a bit of a mess. So yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know with Pep. It could be anything from he leaves this year till he stays 10 years. I really don't know.
We need him to leave this year, man. Hey,
but his daughter lives in London, so he's not as, you know, he used to want to go back to be with his family, but his family, like his daughter, who he's closest to.
Hey, Pep, man, retire, be a family man, man. It's over. Like, yo, you bring your
I think he'll say.
I'm tired. Pep, we tired of you, man. Sorry, go on.
Do you think the signings that City have made in the last like 2 years have been towards Pep's eventually leaving? Because signing Donnarumma is a weird one. Because he doesn't fit how City play. And even though Pep is going to adapt, Donnarumma is still young enough that he could play for City for 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's a weird one with Donnarumma because when we first got linked with him, I thought it's never going to happen. Because I thought he's not a City type of goalkeeper. And then I learned that he was Pep's first choice, and we went and got Edison instead. I didn't know that. So he actually is the one that Pep wanted before he got Edison. So it's interesting because I wouldn't have thought that. But apparently Pep is the one that was pushing for Donnarumma. So yeah, it's interesting. I think some of the signings that we made after the treble season have been heavily criticised. Doku is one, but I remember at the time when we got Doku, it was heavily led by Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne was the one that was saying, "Go and get this guy, go and get this guy." So, Savinho, he's a CFA.
And you see why world-class players become terrible managers, people, because like that. Tells you all you need to know. That's why Zidane in the modern day era.
He's been christened.
There we go.
Don't forget Messi's top 10 list. Don't forget Messi's top 10 list.
Zidane is the only world-class player that's become like a top quality manager.
To be fair though, I remember like a year before. I think the year before City signed Doku, there was the Euros, and Doku did well, I think, for Belgium. And
And
Klopp wanted
to be honest,
him, so,
I like Doku. I don't think Doku. I think he's getting better this season. He's already looking better than he was. I think he's got the same amount of assists or something this season as he had, or some. I think it's goal contributions the same now that he had last season or something like that. It's something crazy like that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it's like assists or whatever, but something was the same anyway. So yeah, I think he's all right. I think he's getting there. Savinho is a CFA signing, so he was at Girona. So it's a little bit different with them, but I think the recruitment CFA, so Man City's football, not CFA, CFG. Sorry, CFA is our academy.
City Football Group.
City Football Group, yeah. So Girona is one of our teams. So that's where Savinho came from. But yeah, I think.
Wait, so
I don't know.
Your academy name is called CFA.
Yeah, like City Football Academy, innit? And then they have
so
the City
you guys
Football
don't
Group.
even have.
You guys don't. You need to go.
You guys don't even have a good name like Cobham or La Masia.
Oh, you guys need some. Oh, this has no aura considering how many good players come through.
I'm saying, where's the even United have like Carrington. They got something like you. Where's the where's the brand?
We used to play at Carrington as well. But we don't play there anymore. So our training ground is the Etihad campus, and they all train at the Etihad campus. The women, the men, and the boys.
It's nice. The campus is nice. I've been there. Nice.
So it's Etihad campus. It's great. It's really nice there. I've been to both of United's. I've been to your youth one, and I've been to the men's one. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like they call it just the Etihad campus. So that's where they all train now. But it is really good if you ever get to go there.
They'll definitely come up with a name for it.
I think that's just what it's thought of. No, I don't know. I thought it was just the Etihad campus. I think because you've got like Liverpool's is the AXA.
Yeah, even Liverpool's one has no aura as well.
No, that's it's Melwood, isn't it? It's not Melwood.
It was, but I think they've changed the name to AXA now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's still at Melwood.
That's dead.
But it's like Carrington is the place. Carrington is an area of Greater Manchester, so it's not actually the name of Man United. It's that whole area is called. You can live in Carrington. So yeah, there's people that I know that live in Carrington, so it's the whole area as a whole. Because City used to be there. They used to be at Platt Lane before that, but that was a long time ago. So yeah, I don't know, but I think what are they saying? Kirkby Academy. Oh, that might be the official name for it.
Yeah, like you
learn to.
I know you must have some connections there. You have to tell them. Yeah, you have to come up with something new because, like, considering how many players.
I don't, do you know what? I have no connections at City. The only the only teams that I know somewhat. Well, I know my friend just started coaching for Liverpool, so I know someone at Liverpool's academy. And that's about it. I don't
Seriously,
really know.
I think one of my people's is a coach. I need to ask him because he's a City fan, but I think he coaches there. I see him in the fit, but I don't know what level he coaches. I'm actually just gonna reach out to him because I've just never thought about it. But I always see him on his Instagram, like in his stories, and he's there, like in the City top and the tracksuit and that. And he is a City fan. I've never actually asked him. Like,
I think my brother-in-law knows some people that work there. They're scouts. And I think he knows people at United as well. But I've been to United because my nephew was training there. But
shout out your nephew.
No, he's not there anymore. He was at United, then he was at City, and now he's.
Is he still in the game?
You know what? He's a good footballer, but when he goes there, he just freezes up. It's not the same kid. You watch him and you think. I went to watch him at United, thinking, this kid's really. Yeah. It was a completely different child, so I think he just got a bit nervous and like he just doesn't play the same way.
It's understandable, and if you could do that, is he still playing or is he still in the game?
Yeah, like he's not. He's only like 8, so he's only young.
Oh, he got time. I thought he was like 15, 16 or something.
No, he's not that old.
Yeah, but he got time. Like, I'm thinking you were talking like when was like 17, 18 or something. That's why I said, is he still in the game in regards to normally when you get released, other clubs will come and pick you up when you get released from a United or a City or Chelsea, etc.
Yeah, so no, he's not that old. He got
time. 8 years old. He got time, man. He got time. He'll be back at United.
He's going through bare academy. He's going to go through bare youth levels, isn't it?
Yeah. They don't even sign professionally till they're like 9 anyway, and that's like the youngest they can sign. So yeah, it's I mean, City's is good because I went to City's years ago, and there was this little kid in a Van Persie kit, like United kit, and this kid was running rings around all the other children, so he must have made it. And then I've got 2 cousins that play, so they both used to play for City. Now one plays for United, but he's like 16 now. He's getting old.
Upgraded.
Might see him soon. But yeah, one's massive United fan and the other one's a massive City fan. And I think the one that was the United fan was the better footballer. So at one point he was playing for City, and it's like,
you gotta do what you gotta do. I love it.
I think he's at United now. But I mean, his godfather's Chris Smalling, so they grew up with it like all around. So.
I like Chris Smalling and that Premier. I said, did he pick up a Prem? I think he did. Big up Nero as well, man. Says Logic Flawless, the panel in the chat. Been a minute. Hope you're good, Young G. Hope you're blessed. Been a member of the channel for 27 months. Big up, man. Appreciate it for true. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. Final few questions before we close out.
Canal, his granddad is City. A lot of his family is City. I think it's just him that's United. Now I mean getting old in the academy, innit? Like 16's where you start getting up to the first team, so you're not like a kid anymore. Would I have approved? No, absolutely not. City don't really sell to rivals. Like when we sell to teams, it's normally teams that we're not competing with. City they came out the other day and said they wouldn't sell to Liverpool or they wouldn't sell to Arsenal now. There's no way that Gabriel Jesus sort of move happens now.
Yeah, we wanted Lavia from City.
And
yeah, and you guys sold him to Southampton, and that's why we had to like.
Yeah. It's rare.
They took a page from Levy's handbook and reviewed that, and we wasn't even competing with each other at all.
Yeah, you know what? You never know though, because like we have sold like players before. Like we sold players to Arsenal. We've sold players to Chelsea even. We sold Cole Palmer and stuff like that. But I do think it's more like if you're in a title, like at the past couple of years, it's been Arsenal, Liverpool, City. So at the moment, we wouldn't sell them players to Arsenal that we did, a few years ago. And if Chelsea come up and Chelsea are, in the top 2, then we wouldn't sell to Chelsea again. So it's just depends obviously who you're around. But there's no way we would have sold Alvarez to anyone in the Prem. No way.
You did us dirty though with the Savinho thing, man. Like, I'll be honest. Like,
oh god, yeah.
I personally want to. I know that there's still a lot of development to do, and I saw even I saw City fans obviously question out about him not necessarily performing well after just even getting the contract. But I still look at somebody and say, I look at, I know somebody made a great point when I have the conversation when it comes to young players, and
Yeah.
he was right. Like the young players' development is not linear. Like it's not like they're just going to be. It always every season they're getting better and better and better. Some players they
Okay.
have a down, they're gonna have downward years and then they're gonna become better. And I feel like I look
Yeah.
at somebody Savio and say, I think he's really talented. So even when he's
Yeah.
currently off pace, just give us some more time. I feel like when it comes to someone like him.
He'll be fine. I think the problem Savino had was when he joined City, we're already in our sort of rebuild stage. So last season we weren't playing very well. So he did okay in a poor City team because we weren't good last season, and he looked all right.
Yeah, you know, shocking
This
still.
season, obviously, his head has been a bit because at one point he thought he was going to leave. I don't know if that was a ploy to get a new contract because all of a sudden he's got a new contract. So I think that might have been what it was. But
Yeah.
you know, he was at some point going to leave. So I think his head's kind of been elsewhere. But I don't know. Like I don't have doubts that he will be a good player. It's just City fans are used to Mahrez and Sterling and Sane, so they don't really have the patience that other teams would have. But I think,
Yeah.
and I was saying this before, like traditional number nines, like people like Haaland, when you play with a player like that, the wingers get less goals and assists. Well, not less assists, but less goals because the aim is to pass to the number 9. When
Yeah.
City used to play with false nines, it was completely different because you don't any of the three
Everybody
are
else
sort
to
of
score.
expected to be in the box. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it does change. Like City fans want it both ways. They want Haaland to score loads and loads and loads of goals, but they also want the wingers to score loads and loads of goals. And it's kind of like the reason why Sterling and Sane had so many goals is because we didn't have, well, we had Aguero to be fair, but Aguero was always in and out. So it was like we had a lot of sort of false 9 games, and that's why they got so many goals. So I think they can step up the goals. I'm not going to sit here and say Doku and Sabino shouldn't be doing better because they should be. But I also think at the moment we play for Haaland, so
Makes sense.
it'd be interesting.
Makes sense to play like this, the ball up to someone like that. If each one of you could sign one player in January, who would it be?
We need a right back.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Livramento.
For me, Andy Verts. Go on, what you lot saying?
For me, Antonio Nusa from RB Leipzig, left winger.
From Leipzig, you said, yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Antonio Nusa.
You see Verts?
Say again?
Did you say Verts?
Yeah. What are you saying?
Oh, I don't know if you're making a joke, though.
Wait, any player?
Yeah, he said if each of you could sign one player in January. So
That's what you
signed Verts
Yes, I said Verts. What are you saying?
from Liverpool.
Nah, his brother died. Brother Dave.
No, to be fair, he got a sister who plays football as well for Werder Bremen.
His signing is his sister. Or his Dave Verts is what it is.
Would you not want a midfielder in January?
What's Verts?
I mean, we need a right back, but if I could pick any player, I'd probably go and get like an Elise or someone. Or
Andy didn't say whether he didn't say whether it's realistic or not. Like, so I'm like,
no. But cool. even if it is realistic, do you not need like a central midfielder or a DM?
Yeah, man, Verts can play there. Prime, floor's over to you.
He's doing that to Bruno, man. So why not?
Verts, yo, Bruno's a 10 and he's playing there, so let's run it with Verts. Exactly.
It's upgrade, man.
I feel like you don't know me in the channel, you know. Sorry,
go get Caicedo from Chelsea if you could pick any.
Yeah, man. We got English mount, so let's go get the German one. I hear it, Ibrahim. You got more tech.
German.
Mountain has a Champions League.
Local, man. What have they done?
Like
it annoys me as the German, man. It annoys me.
Who would I want? Realistic?
You can do both. You can do realistic.
No, it doesn't have to be realistic. You just said
you can do both to answer it. So you can do both. You can say realistically and unrealistically. Realistically, I go get Belieber.
Realistically, Antonio Silva. You're giving me a dream signing, Bastoni.
we doing dream. We told saying dream
Do
signing.
both.
Bro.
Do both. You do both.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
you can
yeah,
do
no,
realistic and unrealistic.
Also, yeah. Well, realistic. I stay with what I said. Antonio Nusa from Leipzig. Dream signing Kvaratskhelia.
He's a baller still.
Oh my god, I went to watch his old club play football in Georgia. Oh my god. It was
I
like
forgot you be flying out here. What was it like? Was it good?
It was like a Sunday league game. It was so awkward. There was like hardly any people there. They moved to like their training ground, but they were supposed to be playing in a big old stadium.
There's no one there. Anybody's playing Sunday league. That's normally how it is. There ain't nobody there.
No, I know, but they're like their league, like top league. He played for them like 2016 or 18. It wasn't even that long ago.
You telling me the Georgian league is not like well watched and there's not loads of people in the crowd?
It's really not. And it was a 4-draw 0-0. We had ultras there. The ultras were only singing when everyone else started singing, and then the ultras joined it. I was like, "What is this?" Like,
there we go. You got ultras. You trying to play it out? Hey, to anyone who's from Georgia, don't. Hey, the views are Yana. The views are Yana. You playing down?
You know what? We pulled up, yeah, and the players, like the front door, the players were right there, like going onto the pitch, and we were like, they were like, go the other way, because obviously you can't walk through the door because they're there. Yeah, it was very like. I don't know.
Sunday League.
For real.
You know, actually talking about Sunday League, which is hilarious today because obviously Rangers and so a team called Flatleg or something. I don't know the team's name, but anyways, Rangers were playing them away at their stadium.
Chaz, is it spelled LARNE?
No, it starts with a FA, I think.
Okay, no.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I heard who they were playing. But
after full time, yeah, when Russell players change, manager change. Russell Martin, obviously, who got signed by Rangers, rightfully so. He got escorted by the police because Ranger ultras were waiting in the parking lot.
To beat him up, yeah.
Yeah, the car park.
They were waiting in the car park.
Don't give Saeed ideas, man.
Yo, the car park is dangerous. Hey, people, be careful when you're around football grounds. Do not go to the car park. That's what I'd say. Don't go to the car park.
Because the thing is, you have to understand, because the stadium was, bro, this stadium was Mickey Mouse settings for, like, I don't know what that was, but
you would play. 1 second, let me find out.
Look at the, I don't know what the team's name is, but it started with an F, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Falkirk. He played Falkirk.
Yeah. It was them.
So they drew 1-1. It's Falkirk, and then he obviously has been sacked. Right at 8. Right, he won 1 game in 7. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know. This is the Southampton. But it's the Southampton manager. It was the Southampton manager who tried to do pep ball at Southampton. He was trying
to play out from the back, wasn't he? With what's his face? Was it Fraser Foster or something? Who's the goalkeeper?
This is the same. Yeah, Fraser. But I don't know. Like, it's some non-ball playing goalkeeper trying to play out of the back. Even what's it called? Even the champions. I remember the season prior to last season. Because I was watching the first Southampton game of the season, and after the game finished, I saw that they had 1,000 passes in the game. I was like, yo, get this woke shit out of my fucking league, bro. 1,000 passes in a championship game. Bro, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss.
1,000 passes, you said. Yeah, that's a little bit easier.
1,000 passes, bro, in a championship game.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier. It's like, yo, what we doing? Get the ball out wide and get in a fucking mix.
Exactly, bro. Like, what we doing here, bro? Like, it's not that complicated, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I don't even blame Pep. Like, there's a perfect video that describes Pep. Yeah, I always think of Pep that it's like, yo, why everybody playing me for change? Like, this is like, because people always blame Pep for how manager are these days. Man, I'm like, nah, you guys need to start being more original with what you guys do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was the Martin play out from the back. Yeah, it was McCarthy. I know Ramsdale was there, but Ramsdale got injured. They had the backup goalkeeper. Yeah, it was McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy. It was the same.
He's trying to play out from the back. Southampton, it's crazy.
Stop this. This was saying this what I'll say. It's the same thing with the managers who think inverting midfielders makes them geniuses. Stop being Einstein. Stop being fucking Albert Einstein. Stop that.
I think if you've got the personnel, you can do it. If you don't, then just don't. Like, I think football kind of goes round in circles, so I think you will start seeing them Stoke Cities coming back where they just play to their strengths.
Yeah.
You know, a bunch of big guys who just say, you know what, we're just going to 0-0 this game. And I think you will get that because everything is coming back slowly. Like your number 9, traditional number 9s are coming back. So I think that'll be the next thing. You'll get it maybe even Stoke themselves will come back. And then you'll get, you sort of Stoke football.
We've seen lately like teams employing long throws, long kicks.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the Brentford game today, but
that's their
Coyote with his long throws into the box.
Oh, yeah, Coyote,
like that. That's what Brentford be on. Like they did it against us. They did it to Chelsea. Like, and you see other teams long throws, getting the ball out wide, getting in the mix. It's like you said there, play to your strengths. If you have the players to do that, do that. If you have the players to play out from the back, by all means, do it.
Yeah, do it.
If you have a technically very, very good side, utilize that. Well, Southampton coming up from the Championship, you probably don't.
Exactly, like no, stop being weird though. And Andy is Ange the worst manager in the league. I think second was after Amran. Because technically, Ange got his number.
Yeah, I hear it, yo. You're right, yo. I hear it. I'd say it's probably second best.
Yeah, I'm saying because I don't want to include the team Manchester just got promoted, innit?
Yeah, exclude them. Yeah, exclude the managers who just got promoted. Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I'm just getting back very soon. By the way.
Oh, why?
Oh, I think that 007 and his games, and it's been already reported that they still support him, but he's under pressure to getting results now. Oh,
such a stupid appointment.
It's looking dark. I'm telling you, no, I know some flaws. Like we said it at the time, and even when he was linked to them, I was saying how Richard's body was hilarious. And actually, Tottenham Force can hold that, the owner can hold that, and the fans can hold that. Because when I was trying to say doesn't make sense as an appointment for so many reasons, Force fans thought I was jealous that they was getting the manager that won me a trophy. I bet, bro. Bet.
Yeah, but second season and isn't it? You might win them a trophy next year. You never know.
In the championship.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, might be a championship type.
Yeah, they might get promoted again.
Jan, does City need a centre back?
We have a whole bunch of centre backs. The problem is they can't stay fit. That's the problem we got. We have enough at the moment. We have Kusanov, Ake, Diaz, Stones, and Bardio. So at the moment we have loads, but how fit are they going to stay? That's the problem. So it's
Do you want a centre back guaranteed to stay fit?
All right, cool. All right, on that bombshell, we're going to close out.
Hey,
there it is. Yes, we close it out.
You don't let me have any fun, do you?
Nah, nope, not in the slightest. I don't even see anybody challenge you on here about that, so nope. As much as I despise Jez with the Frank thing, there's people who actually oppose him to it, so nah, we ain't doing that.
There are people who oppose me on my thinking. But
who in the chat has opposed you on Chalable?
Oh, not in the chat. I mean, in general.
Well, there we go. So that's the point. This is the guy that even listened to what I said. That's legit what I just said. I just said, as much as I despise Jez going about Frank and people actually oppose him in the chat. I'll see nobody oppose you about Chalaba. I'll see no one even bigging him up. It happens elsewhere. Yes, I see it in Lewis's chat. Yes. But I do have to close out anyway to get to the next show.
Because the guy who bigs him up isn't here anymore.
Right. So that's a good thing then. I think, depending on who it is.
You know,
look, you got this prick. Look at this.
See? Oh, thank you, Jez. Thank you, Jez.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, people, we closing out. How you doing? Yeah, it's good to have you back. So, people, we're running up likes. Hit the subscribe button. We're redirecting straight over now to the Yardman Show. People, you already know it's going to be a good one because Lex is in the building. Javon's in the building as well. Kaneki hopefully can get on as well. So we'll be talking. It'll be mainly Chelsea Liverpool conversation. Obviously, Javon winning, Lex losing. So we're gonna have a lot to discuss. Yeah, anything you want to say to the people before we close out?
No, big up, like if you haven't liked, and subscribe. Join the membership.
Excellent. Links is in the pinned comment for the membership. Don't forget to subscribe to the Clips channel, people. Sarcasm City TV Clips. Subscribe if you have not. Make sure you do so. That's why Prime's around, because he does terrific work on there, people. So yes, make sure you go subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube. Prime cutting up some of the best and funniest moments from the main channel right here. You see it on the screen, people. Look, Clips channel. Many clips on here. So you got, Vader, gaslighting per usual, saying City must win, 21 cannot happen, for the greater good of the Premier League, because he's such a noble character and all this rubbish as well. It is what it is. Yeah, me crashing out, me saying I play for Liverpool for 200k a week. Where else? We got Cam crashing on the Cronkies, Jacob crashing on Thomas Frank, sorry. The list goes on, people. The list goes on. It's 16 out of 10. I was saying the origins of that. Yeah. So make sure you go check that out. 16 out of 10 origins, people. So it's the original video. So you can find out exactly
16 out of 10, girl.
So yeah, the Yan is one of the females who was on the 16 out of 10 video. So this is a throwback, 16 out of 10. A1, who would have thought that all these years later it would be like one of the most spoke about moments on here? So yeah, it's the origins of it. Yeah. So yeah, people, we're closing out. Again, subscribe to the Clips channel. Run up the likes here. Hit the subscribe button. As soon as you get over to the Yardman Show, run up the likes on that video and get your questions in as well. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. I literally see you lot in a couple minutes. Big up.